Well, it's the third week of LCS with coverage brought to you by Alienware. It's the first day here. I'm joined by Perkz from Cloud9. We're going to do a quick speed run interview because the man's busy. He's got places to be. Perkz, talk to me a little bit about that CLG game because I know, obviously, I don't think CLG or Cloud9 probably walked away from that game feeling super great about how it went down, even if it was entertaining for the viewers. So, what were some of the frustrations, or what ended up happening in that game that you think went awry?
So we are just playing we're playing Rise, and the game is played a bit different when you play Rise, and it's about taking like good fights and pushing a lot. And I feel like we don't have like a lot of games on it, like even in scrims. So we wanted to, or I wanted to anyways play it, and I wanted us to practice it because I think it's very important to be able to play 1-3-1 or split push comps in general. And it has just shown some of the flaws in our gameplay because I think that we played pretty poorly this game. But I also think that we have a lot to learn from this game, which is the very good thing about this game. This is why I'm happy that this game happened, and that it shows me and my team on the things we can improve on. Because in scrims, like, it doesn't really feel like we often get super challenged. So when you play verse and stage, or verse, maybe when the opponent just plays better, right? Then it's very good for the learning curve.
Yeah. I assume it's actually kind of helpful then that if it feels like scrims aren't helping you guys, having 3 games a week versus maybe even 2, the new schedule, perhaps that does help you guys a little bit with getting more experience.
Yeah.
So, let's talk a little bit also just about how the team is going. I know you said that you were frustrated with the game today, but do you feel overall that the team is progressing forward, that it's getting to a place that you're happy with?
Yeah, definitely. I see like week-to-week improvements in our play and our communication, and also coaching staff has been doing like a pretty good job of keeping track of what we have to improve on and giving us just ideas for each week. I just feel like we are progressing at a pretty good pace, and we are learning to play all different kind of styles of comps. Like in my eyes, at least, like I think I played maybe a different champ every game besides Zero, and that makes us play differently as well. Like playing AD carries middle or playing assassins or playing mages and playing split pushers is like different. Everything is a bit different. So it's a lot of like styles we are playing right now, and I'm pretty happy that we are actually winning games with all of the styles, and we are doing pretty well in general. It's just some small things that we obviously have to like learn, right, and get better at, and including me as well. Like I'm just kind of relearning how to play Midland. I mean, you know me, like I just like to roll stuff a lot, So just like learning, getting back into it, and trying to figure out what my role within the team is. But in general, I'm very happy with like everything, I guess. Yeah.
Well, and I was going to say that is trying all these different champions. Is this kind of like you stretching and flexing? You're like, oh, okay, how does mid lane work again? Let me try all these different champions and figure out what style works best for me. Or is this something long term you want? Is just to have this like deep champion pool that people don't know what to expect from you?
I mean, personally, first of all, I want my team to be able to play all the styles, and since I have the most experience on the team, I feel like it's only the best thing for me to be able to try to lead those styles or make my team play around the styles. And second of all, obviously there's like a psychological factor of me being able to perform on whatever I pick. So that's just something that I want to keep building on, and I want to showcase good performance on every champion so that my opponent can't really prepare for me, and I can easily prepare for them. So that's one of my strengths as a player.
Yeah. Well, we'll do one quick additional question here. I'm just kind of curious. You said scrims, it's hard to get good practice in, maybe sometimes, or at least you feel like you're learning something. I'm curious, are there any teams in the LCS right now in particular that you think is a really valuable opponent for you, or that you think is like a rival for Cloud9, or do you think Cloud9 is still on another level? I'm kind of curious what your impression is of your team compared to others.
I mean, I do think we learn in scrims. It's just like this is just a general thing. Like I feel like scrims in general, no matter where you are still lesser learning experience than playing on stage, like real games where people are obviously feeling different, including me as well. So I feel like regarding to your point of teams challenging us, I do think like actually every team is challenging us. Rather that is like top team or I mean bottom teams maybe like not as much usually. Besides today, right?
Yeah.
Which doesn't feel very good, but it's like also fine because it shows you like literally points at the flow in you, which is not a bad thing for the long run. I think that we have to get the most out of the stage games, and that's basically what I like about the change, I guess, the 3 games a week. And teams challenging us is like a good thing for us, whether that's CLG or somebody else, again, because when you just stomp somebody, you don't really improve from the stomps. And when you play the same champ every game, you don't really improve as much. You don't get out of the comfort zone. So in general, I'm happy with our state.
Yeah. Well, it's I guess it's nice to be challenged and then win anyway. That's probably the best case scenario. It's like you learn something and then you still get the victory.
I mean, what feels bad is like when you play bad, because I think today, like we just played fights like really terribly. The question is, right, should we take those fights and should we start the fights the way it started? But like just our fingers in the fights today was like pretty bad. And it is like the first game of the day and it is like whatever, but it's like not an excuse, just like kind of was boring to us, I guess.
Well, either way, I'm sure you want to run off and talk to the rest of the team about what happened. Is there anything really quickly you want to say to anybody out there?
Well, like I started dying a bit more now in the last 2 games. Like I died like so many times that tomorrow and day after tomorrow I'll try to be deathless again. It's been a long time since I was deathless. Today was a bit hard. I'm pretty sure tomorrow I can do it. So keep an eye on me going deathless, guys. Come on.
This has not gone well for the people who have said it previously, including yourself. But I'm excited to see if you can turn around the curse.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Perkz, for the interview. I really do appreciate it. And for everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things LCS right here on my YouTube channel. Hey, Alienware lets me say whatever I want in these. And so one of the things I've been talking about in my outros, just go hit up a pro player that you're a fan of or somebody in the space that does something cool and let them know that you appreciate them. Maybe just tweet at them or show up in their Twitch chat or say something on Instagram or whatever. That stuff goes a long way. And I can say something like this because Alienware gives me such free reign in my outros that I don't think that they'd have an issue with me kind of shouting this out. So if you want to check out their products, and they sponsor everything I do here, you can check out the link in the description. But again, check it out. Go do something cool on their site. And then go find a pro player or somebody in the space that you think is doing some cool stuff and let them know that you like what they do and give them a shout out.